Hello YouTube. In today's video, I thought I'd do a review on, excuse the noise of the controller. I thought I'd do a review on a, oh wow, I gotta kill the speed real quick. Sorry. I thought I'd do a review on probably Hornby's most produced, one of Hornby's most produced models, and it just cut out on the points. The E2. I bet you thought I was gonna do a review on the rocket in the back, but it doesn't have a motor. There's free wheels. Well, this beautiful E2 has a motor, albeit very cut out. It cuts out a lot. So here we have the actual locomotive. It is in the SE&CR livery. I just forgot what that stands for. Which is really weird because it is meant to be an E2, and I'm pretty sure Hornby listed it as an E2, but it reuses the Thomas mold. And well, I mean, you can just tell because of the most glaring issue, aka the side tanks. The E2 never came with extended side tanks. It never was built with that. Only Thomas has that, and that's how you can still see the mold lines, which, you know, this is a more modern release if I remember correctly. I mean, it has a modern chassis on it. You still see like the lines from when they extended it, which I would have thought that they would have, you know, made that a little bit more seamless, but I don't. Still the same big ugly mold lines, where not mold lines, but the, you know, where they added the extra side tanks, so they can run off like this. And Hornby has produced normal E2s before with like a little bit of extra detail in place of this. I don't know what it's called off the top of my head. It's like almost like a little reservoir of sorts. So it's weird why Hornby didn't, you know, reuse that. When it comes to details, the model is very simple. And this isn't the first time that Hornby's reused the Thomas molding of the E2, because they did reuse it for the Beatles, which is kind of ironic because, you know, Ringo Starr narrated for the show. But when it comes to this model, I don't think it's terrible. I think it is a nice livery. It's a beautiful green. I didn't get this one with the box, but considering this was a free E2, you know, and I believe it should have came with a front coupler because most Hornby engines, tank engines, do come with front couplers. Mine doesn't have one though, and mine also doesn't come with a box. But if we take a look at the front of the locomotive, there is absolutely 0 lamp irons on this. It does have a little hole, so if you want, you can fit a brake pipe. I don't know if it came with a brake pipe. It probably did. And you got a smoke box door at the front. I do wish that the handle was picked out with some type of, you know, paint. I mean, you could do it yourself, but you know, it just should have came like that from factory. And there's really not much more to say. Moving to the side, you can see the beautiful gold lettering along with the number 326. And it is, you know, lining, green lining, which, like I said, I think this is a very nice livery. And hold on, can I add the flash? So I added the flash just to see the inside of the smoke boxes. Or not smoke box, sorry, the cab. The inside of the cab does have some detailing. None of it is painted though. Okay. The only reason I turned Thomas around, or not Thomas, the E2 is because I would have thought that they would have picked out some of the, like around the windows, but they didn't actually. And I would have thought they would have done it on the front. I feel like maybe a little ring of gold would have, of bronze, the same thing as a dome, would have looked nice. But no, they didn't do it. But the cab does have detailing, as you can see. It is extremely dusty in there, and none of it's painted, which I think this cab does come off. You can remove it. So if you want, you can actually, you know, paint the insides if you want the cab to look more detailed, or if you want to put figures in there, all that sorts of stuff. And here we are at the back of the E2, which was something I do like, and that is the beautiful backlining on this. I love it when engines have backlining. One thing that is kind of unique that I've really never seen done before is actually the lettering on the back of a tank engine. I've never really seen that before. I'm really only used to the numbering being on the sides of the tanks or on the front buffer beam. Sorry for the loud car. I was not going to try to fight over that. So yeah, and you get the little detailing, little, I believe, what, lamp racks, and you also do get a spot for a brake pipe if you would like to add it. And a nice little touch is the coal bunker has been, the top of it has been painted black all the way around. And take a look at the coal load on the inside, which is very dusty, and well, you can't even see it, it's too dark. So yeah, it's the back of the E2. Yeah, I kind of wish the cab windows had some lining, you know, around them picked out, but you know, you can't have everything you want, can you? So the locomotive running, it does run pretty stock standard. You can hear beautiful sirens. The locomotive does run. I'm using Kato track along with the Tech Shoe controller. He just really does not like the he doesn't like the switch very much, and he doesn't really like running. This E2 doesn't like running at slow speeds either. You see, you can maybe get it, and then it just cuts out, and then, or it didn't cut out right there, but it likes to slow down and almost fake a cutout. And you could try to get it slower than this, but when it comes to that point right there, he's not gonna like it, and he's gonna cut out. Exactly. Oh, maybe if I give him a little nudge. Oh, and he's gonna make it after the second nudge. And then you reverse it, and same thing.